Good morning. What's going on, y'all? It's Todd with the drive-in WGCI reactions to Love 'Em or Leave 'Em. Today, the scenario was a young lady had found out her boyfriend had took his ex out on an expensive dinner date, so they can get some closure. It was a closure date. I ain't never heard of that, but they coming up with new holidays and new things all the time, um, so you can spend your money just for some dumb shit. But anyway, so you know, he told her he didn't want to tell her that he was taking his ex out because she probably wouldn't understand it. She probably would overreact and, go crazy, get upset, and probably end a relationship. So he was worried about his relationship being in jeopardy, but he just needed to get closure with his ex. Sometimes you need to do that so they can get closure. They won't be creeping, sleeping around with each other, or still having like feelings for each other. So they got some closure. So she said he been acting real good lately, taking her out on the weekends, popping up special dinners, hello calls in the morning, good morning calls in the morning, I'm sorry, on his best behavior. But, she's still conflicted, like, damn, this nigga took his ex out on a date and didn't even tell me. They could have did anything. He probably just telling me what I want to hear, which I've heard, and I know for a fact that we do that. Because remember, I told you a couple episodes ago, me and the dogs at nature, so we do got a bone to pick. You feel me? But yeah. My reaction to this is, hey, if he haven't done anything since, the situation happened with his ex, and he being on his best behavior, and he not doing anything to make you think that he creeping or sleeping around or doing anything like that, that shit. Why don't you just get a man some grace? Give him some grace. He got some closure so you can go and be in a better terms of relationship with you. He ain't trying to take no baggage from his old relationship into his new relationship. So I feel like that's a good thing. He cleansed himself from his old relationship so he can be clean for you. And most of the time, we don't even give ourselves that grace. We jump into one relationship into another relationship, especially if you're a relationship person. Some people don't have to be in relationships. Some people can fine with being single. Some people need to be in a relationship because they need that emotional stability. You understand what I'm saying? You know, somebody need that comfort. Like I always say, find you somebody you love. If not, just love yourself. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with what Buddy did. Shit, that might be a new thing that everybody needs to start doing. Go on closure dates. Go on closure dates with your ex, or sleep with them just one more time, so you can cleanse yourself of that feeling. Yeah, that's what it should be. We can go on closure dates with our exes, sleep with them for one time, one last time, that one last good time, and say, baby, it was great, but I gotta cleanse myself for this good ass pussy, and just go to my next relationship clean, because that's out with the old and with the new. I don't know, you know. But yeah, she should just trust her man, give him some grace. He got some closure, and who knows what she done? Shit. The fact that he didn't want to tell her, because a lot of men ain't gonna tell. A lot of women ain't. It's all that called white lies. A lot of people do white lies. A lot of people in relationships do what we call white lies. They might tell you some of it, but they ain't gonna tell you all of it because your little ass might not be able to take it. You might not be able to take it. You might overreact. Depending on how you was raised, or depend on your astrological sign. Sometimes they say certain astrological signs are crazy. Two astrological signs can't mix, like Leos and Virgos, or Pisces and Can, what, all these things. So yeah, that's my reaction to Love 'Em or Leave 'Em for today, man. And I want to give a shout out to Steph Curry, bro, because that 52 points he put on the other man, that was a great exhibition of shooting. That's what I'm saying. He aging like fine wine. A lot of us guys are aging like fine wine. A lot of us are aging like fine wine anyway. Because it don't crack unless you use black. Don't crack unless you use crack. Really. You know, we fortunate like that. But him and LeBron, hey, they still do. Older guys in the league, and I appreciate that, man. But like I always say, man, if you ain't got nobody to love, find you somebody to love, bro. If not, love yourself. It's very, very important. Have value in yourself. Don't let nobody bring your value down. Don't let nobody, hold the cards in your life, because you know you are the captain of your own ship, and you can navigate your ship to success, or you can make your ship sink. But you gotta have confidence. You gotta have value. It's situations where men dominate women, or women dominate men, and their whole existence is revolved around the man or woman's relationship. Well, God didn't intend it to be like that. First of all, you're supposed to love God, love your parents, and then if you got kids, love your kids. But most importantly, love yourself, because you only got one life to live. You live your life to you might have people in your life, but you only got one life to live. You understand? So just be encouraged and have a good spirit about yourself, a good energy about yourself, and whatever you do, put 100% in it, man. Because we can't get these days back, bro. You can go to work and drop dead on the ground, or you can get cancer. You know what I'm saying? Things can happen to you. So just, man, I love all y'all, man. Top out. Peace.